Well, you brought the word up, emotion. That's one of the major problems. Korzybski called it thalamic behavior. And behavior that was rational, he called cortical behavior, referring to the cortex of the brain. Now, emotional behavior really might spike you to feel a certain way, good or bad or right or wrong, but cortical behavior is to point out the shortcomings so that people can avoid accidents or fire. You teach them how to handle varying situations. For example, if there's an automobile accident and the children are trapped in the car and the gasoline is spilling over the engine and the mother says, oh my God, my children are trapped in the car, they're going to burn to death, that's thalamic behavior. If she picks up a log or a rock and breaks the windows and pulls the chicken out or the children out, that's cortical behavior. We want to convert all emotions into useful directions as near as we're able to.
I like the example of when there's a cliff, a road on the side of a cliff, and the car might go over, and somebody gets in an accident, and the first person comes to them, and they're hurt, and they hold their hand, and they cry with them, and they say they're there. But then there's the doctor that acts upon it and mends them and fixes them. But the engineer that you hear nothing about, who comes along and puts a wall on the side of the road or tilts the road and puts a brake so there are no accidents, you don't hear anything about those in society. And those are the people that really should be honored.
I couldn't agree more. I used the example of, Mother Teresa versus Louis Pasteur. And, people always have an emotional affiliation and identification with the generosity of this person, yet they don't realize that the scientists have done more for humanity than all of the, philanthropists combined.
Right, and if you designed a society where you don't need charity, that's a higher form of concern and compassion.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, Peter, the society does that when they work on you. Each society emphasizes certain types of emotions. In motion pictures, soap operas, we learn it. We learn to be emotional,
right.
We learn to be irrational, and we learn to be what some people call stupid by associating with stupid people. The more irrational people you associate with, the more difficult it is for your behavior to become sane. We resent a murderer or a thief. We resent that, but we don't resent war. That's amazing. If somebody kills somebody, we get angry. The abortionists, those that are against abortion, you'd imagine they'd be at the forefront against war because it kills everybody, right. Unborn children, women, everybody. And you'd imagine they'd line up against war. But the brain is so manipulated by the culture, they become angry at using the wrong fork. If you go to dinner at a proper place, use the wrong fork, people become angry and disappointed in you. But if you're a racist, they don't, which is amazing. The Ku Klux Klan once had 3 million members. That just shows you where society is. We are not civilized yet. We've got a long way to go. We live in a very unsane culture. I do not believe we'll make the history books of the future, except as a pathetic development in human evolution.